Yeah, I know I'm a few seconds early, but who cares? How's it going? Yeah, impromptu, so the impromptu live this morning. It's Thor's day. So I decided, yes, I've got to get rid of some of these earworms, but I don't want to listen to them by myself. So, yes, it's been rather, I'm not going to say silent, but somewhat music free around the Lucas household the past couple weeks since I have decided to take a little time off. Where is it? I was in here. Pay no attention to me. I can't take myself anywhere, so here it is. Nope, cannot take myself anywhere.
The sun, go thou my incense upward from this heart, and ask the gods to pardon this clear flame. The sun, go thou my incense upward from this heart, and ask the gods to pardon this clear flame. This is the field where the battle did not happen, where the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass joined hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name. This is the field where the battle did not happen, where the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass joined hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or were killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name.
Good morning, Miss Journey. How you doing? By the way, fabulous fucking interview. What a coup! You know what's his face? Yeah, the preacher guy. Yeah, I'm to the point to where he just knocked off. But great, awesome. He's 100% right. They couldn't be doing the stuff they're doing without all your hard work. That's just my 2 cents on the thing. So, but yeah, here, if a couple people in here want to watch it here, put it up here because I was watching earlier. Yep. So, a couple people out there who are interested. Very good interview. I am at the 20-minute mark in it, so I've not watched anything past that. But yes, great developments down there in the fight against the cult. Which, that's one of the things that, I don't know, I put this thoughts because I've got thoughts, some tunes and some thoughts on a Thor's day. Lots of thoughts going on around in the old brain pan. So, yeah. Because, yeah, like I said, decided to take some time off for a lot of reasons, sometimes it feels like, I'm doing, spinning my wheels, and not going anywhere, just going backwards. Now we're down to 467, back to that number from an all-time high of twice of 473. So, of course, my watch hours are down now, but hey. But there's other things going on in life. School is, I don't know, school's weird this semester. My Asian American history class is, oh no, the big project's done, sort of. Hey, Amy. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm waxing here on stuff going on. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. No. But yeah, people know. People know. But yeah, that the museum exhibit, I should have. We're still putting it together, I guess, but my part of it was done. I got my map. I found this vintage 1960 fold up Texaco road map of Arkansas, right? Oh, the one you did with Antics? No, I have not watched that yet. But yeah, I know you did it. Yeah, well, our other early riser is not here. Maybe speak of the devil, and they might arrive, or Miss Scroggins. I don't know usually, but I don't know. Like I said, I've taken the past 2 weeks off because I got this. I hated seeing my numbers go down and being freaking. So I was like, sheesh. But like the last couple of days, I've been getting these earworms and stuff like that, and other stuff going on. So back to the back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I got this vintage 1960 map of the state of Arkansas. It is neat, actually, looking at it. And I was looking at it. And I was looking around my my area of the world, what it looked like, at least as a cool. Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, that's right. You got that teenage daughter of yours. Not that having a teenage daughter is a laughing matter. I don't. But so yeah, I was looking at the area. I'm like, wow, it's a lot of differences and stuff in just how the roads in that time frame have changed. The highway I live on, I remember when it was a dirt road, but the main thoroughfare looks to be, it was at that time was a highway. It was a road that was nothing but a dirt road when I was a kid, and now it's a paved back road. But there was a Crossroads Church. So what I did with this map is I put little pins. This was actual. I didn't do it virtually because I don't know how to. But I got the physical map, and they gave me a cork board, and I put this map on the cork board. So yeah, I took these little pins, and we had a reference map of by 1960 census data of all the Asian American or all the Chinese American owned stores, grocery stores in Arkansas. And most of them were if you see Arkansas, Arkansas is roughly a square that goes kind of along the Mississippi River. There was a big need for them. I could go and on it. It's all about racism. And there's a lot of racism in it, which I really don't want to think about this morning. because Style is here. How is it going, Style? People notice. Yep. Yep. Ever-changing maps. It's kind of interesting. Oh, Lord. Are you pulling your hair out? I'm sorry. Sending good vibes, my dear. You need them. How's it going, Style? Because this is about thoughts and earworms that are not necessarily. That's actually a good thing. I'm going to have to write that down. I'm going to have to type that up after, because this has been an earworm too, Style. I play this one, and we'll get back to the conversation in a minute. Here we go.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alph the sacred river ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles fertile with wall tower girdled round, and there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree. And here were forests ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. And from this chasm with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if this earth in fast thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift half-intermitted burst huge fragments bolted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grain beneath the thresher's flail. And mid these dancing rocks at once and ever, it flung up momently the sacred river. 5 miles meandering with amazing motion, through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. And mid this tumult Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain and the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with symphony and song to such a deep delight would win me, that with music loud and long I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware his flashing eyes here. Weave a circle round him thrice and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise.
Are you talking about the Tony Alamo crap? Or that the terrorist group, the religious terrorist group? Something, the sword in the arm of the Lord? The Covenant, the sword in the arm of the Lord? Something like that back in the 80s? Yeah, I remember those guys. Hell, there's a freaking town, and I don't, considering the history of the state, the area it's up in the northeast part of the state, in the Jonesboro area, there's a town that like wants to be exclusionary, like white only. Yeah. Yeah, it's Tony Alamo. It was, they had these jackets, you know. There's some freaky Christian, there's some, I shit you not, my cousin, he's my second cousin. It's cousin. It's really weird because what was it? The Duggars too. Those guys. Oh my Lord, they are an embarrassment to the state. Oh my Lord. 6 miles, roughly 6 miles down the road, my cousin. His dad is the reason that we're out here. His dad was my grandmother's, my dad's mother's brother, my great uncle. So my cousin. A fundamentalist Protestant Christian church cult. I'm not going to name his name, but it's just right down the road. I've known the man all my life. My brother, Lord rest his soul, went there once, and I asked him how it was. And he goes, "Brian, it's a cult. They scared the shit out of me. I'm not going back." I'm like, that's why I'm never going, because his son, my other cousin, who I grew up with, invited me one time, and oh no, I'm like, dude, your brain is freaking fried on alcohol and stimulants. Go away. I love you, but go away. So yeah, cults, they're all around here. It's a cult. That was funny. Sometimes I miss my brother. He was always good for a laugh, for one thing. And he was doing okay for himself. Finally, after years and years and years of self-punishment and punishing by proxy those around him. But yeah, it all caught up to him. Oh yeah, that crap. To train up a child. Ugh. Yeah. I don't want to get talking about that. You know, that brings up Maryland, and that's just, it's nasty, that nasty stuff. Oh, but But yes, this yeah, the Duggards. Where's it going? Oh yeah, you're no. From what I heard, everything was fine. And the more important thing, what Mr. Gibbs is saying was clear as day, even without naming names. I'm glad he as a relative outsider to the to this community uh addressed it. So yeah, hopefully that's a good thing, because he addressed the drama and everything, but he, like I said, you're valid. He validated your work, Miss Journey, which you can back up. Oh, this is a pet peeve. This is a semi pet peeve of mine. I know it's a um, parasocial. It's a real pet peeve of Keela. Keela McDonald's pet. But I consider it. I consider our friendship, and I love you guys too, quasi-social, not parasocial. Because if you look at parasocial, para means other than, other than normal, other than para. If I'm not mistaken, that's the root, etymological root of that word, that part of the word, that prefix there. So parasocial means other than social. That's when you get like a Beatles fan. That's the biggest illustration I've heard. Most often a Beatles fan in the 60s. They thought they knew John, Paul, and Ringo, but they didn't. Now, us, for example, we've interacted on several different platforms, different channels on YouTube, different ways, either through the chat or through live streaming. You doing the live streaming, me doing the live streaming, they doing the live streaming, everybody doing the live streaming, So that's quasi, almost. There is a social, real-time dimension to what we do here. That's the big part. There's communication. Oh no, always have fun. It's always fun. Always fun. We'll have to do it again. But let me watch the replay. I'm going to announce something you might be interested in later. Okay, I'm going to talk about something here in a little bit. It has to do with poetry. Yeah, that's how I took a lot of sociology classes when I was originally in college back in the 90s. So yeah, I those concepts and everything, those, because how social you are with someone depends on the level of contact and communication, at the base, just at the base. It just depends on your level of contact. All right. I'm going to play another one. Or roughly. Okay, I'm going to play another so I can gather my thought. Rant here. Not that one. Oh, here. This one's cool. And it's been going on in winter night.
When biting boreas fell and dove, sharp shivers through the leafless bough. When Faber skis a short-lived glow, far south the lift, dim darkening through the flaky shore. O'er whirling drift, at night the storm, the steeples rock, or through the mining outlet box, down headlong hurl. The doors and windocks rattle, rattle. I thought me on the Irish cattle, cattle, or silly sheep while by this prattle. Oh, in a war, and through the drifty blaring sprattle, beneath the scar, ill-capping bird, we helpless thing, that in the merry months of spring delighted me to hear thee sing. What comes o' thee? Where wilt thou cow thy chittering wing and close thy ear? Heaven, you are murdering errands toiled, lone from your savage home's exile. The blood-stained roost and sheepcote spoiled, my heart forgets, while pitiless the tempest wild soul. You beats. Ill-capping bird, we helpless thing, that in the merry months of spring delighted me to hear thee sing. What comes o' thee? Where wilt thou cow thy chittering wing and close thy ear? Heaven, you are murdering errands toiled, lone from your savage home's exile. The blood-stained roost and sheepcote spoiled, my heart forgets, while pitiless the tempest wild soar on you beats.
Good evening, Mr. Mad Dropbox Bear. How's it going? Good day to you. How are we selling? I have no idea because I'm not a salesman. Now, if you're talking about sailing, fair to Midland, trying to doing. How you sailing? Sailing actually would be if you're using the SAILING. I think I'm going to use that too. Thank you. To mean how you doing. If I was a salesman, I'd have a hell of a lot more than 467 subscribers. Oh, that's been one of my being a shy. You wouldn't think it, but this camera here does give you a bit of insulation. You know, I can, because I can always do this. It gives you a bit of freedom to overcome those other things that might be a problem as far as socially, for example, like me. Yeah, auto cock rocket will get you every time. Next to the bladder. The bladder. Yeah, if I was a better salesman, I would have. If I was a better self promoter, I probably would be a New York Times bestseller. by now because I'd have done it. Well, no, but hey, we all go through our journeys that we go through in this life. And hey, I'm on this, and this is, I guess I'll talk about journeys. Yes, journey coming up. I'm leaving here, going for 3 days to a lake out east to chill on the lake in a cabin, me and Phil, and maybe explore the area. I have no idea. I'm doing it because I can. That's Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday of next week. Well, if we continue on in the future, the journey I was going to take, damn fucking neck and shit. The journey I was going to take in May, the epic research road trip is probably going to be postponed. And can't think of another P alliteration of that. Yes, it's probably going to be postponed. Hopefully not permanently, because of petroleum prices. Got it. Oh yeah, I'm clever now, aren't I? So yes, I still plan on going up to Chicago because with gas $1 more a gallon around here. Yeah. I don't see myself depleting my. It would cost me probably a third at least a third more than what I was probably going to spend on that. And here is Miss Amy's interview with Antics. Note to self, watch it. So yeah. So I still plan on coming up to Chicago, or definitely, definitely, maybe, I don't know, going at least a day trip. I don't know, because Warren County, Ohio, where a lot of where I was going to go first, I could probably still go to. We'll see. I still gotta. There you are. We were talking about you earlier. All good. Cool. It was a good interview. Cool. So yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that part out later. So yes, but also I'm going to for June, because I'm not going to be in school in June. I'm going to be in school in July. Going to apply for this internship with the Asian American Studies thingy. I might get to drive around Arkansas looking for and documenting Chinese, Asian American, Chinese, or whatever graveyards and cemeteries and stuff. I'm like, that sounds cool. Yeah. So I'll let y'all know about that. And then on the poetry front, Saturday is a meeting, poet roundtables meeting, and I'm going to talk about something that I'll talk about here in a minute. Let's play this one. Bye.
Ship blessed to bear across the blue. May stormless stars control thy horoscope. In keel and hull, in every spar and row, be night and day to thy dear office true. Ocean's path and their divider on thy western vanished, or whom such regrets pursue. Smooth all thy surges as when Jove to Crete swam with less costly burthen and prepare a pathway meet for her homecoming soon, with golden undulations such as greet the printless summer sandals of the moon, and tempt the Nautilus his cruise to dare. All thy surges as when Jove to Crete swam with less costly burthen and prepare a pathway meet for her homecoming soon, with golden undulations such as greet the printless summer sandals of the moon, and tempt the Nautilus his cruise to dare.
A lot of the ones I've been playing this morning, I like air guitar back here. Oh, I'm glad it's not on camera. The air drumming is bad enough, but yeah, that one does too, man. I like the one, Jennifer, the National Monument at the Canadian border. That the solo that inspired with all. It's just that's how I choose. It's one of those things that'll go up there and grab you, like music do, and it's just amazing to think that this has come from a machine. But these are, I would really, really love to see these played by an actual band, you know. But see, it's getting around. It'll get around. See, because there's something about being a little fish in a big pond, you know. In some ways, it's a good thing because you can swim where the big fish really don't pay no attention to, you know, the shallows, the little bitty parts, and everything. And it's when you venture, sometimes it's when you venture out there. It depends on the natures of the big fish, because sometimes the big fish, their natures are fluid, just depending. Yes, I'm going with this analogy here. And that's, you know, well, because maybe I want to be the big, I don't know, sometimes maybe I just want to be the big fish in my own little pond. Screw you guys, no? It's not how a community works. But, you know, you just gotta, I'm careful, you know, on some things, you know, because I'm an observer. That's my job, to observe. Now, being noticed by the big fish sometimes, yeah. Oh no, I'm of two minds about how things have developed, or how things have, how the journey has been for me and for all of us together over these last 3 or so years. It's been a little over 3 years. Yeah, since SPTV was born, and now I'm doing a genre analysis on it for a class I'm taking, which I will be doing that this weekend. It's a live stream, so you'll get to. Well, it's Homework with Poet Part 2. Yep. and especially that idea that his son has about the going to the county. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yep. And that's what we want, because pissed off people make mistakes. They make mistakes. So yes, we are little fish in this big pond, and yeah, I still plan on eventually. I don't know. I've got a week off between my classes in the summer and the beginning of fall term. So I might go down. I might visit Clearwater then, because I'll have, depending upon gas prices and other things, which I'm going to get to in a minute. I might go down there and visit and see what the big fish are like. Because yeah, I like everybody to a certain extent. I like Nora when she's not being insane. Not that's not negative. I'm not going negative there, but just she gets really intense on certain things, and I just go, okay, I'll come back later when the vibes calm down. I like Aaron at times, but lately it's been weird. I don't know, the dynamic, and I'm glad and how Mr. Gibbs addressed that in your video journey is very important to keep in mind. So yeah, how is it going, Miss T? How are you doing this morning? Or short evening, yes, down there. How's the down under? How's the down under treating you too? Oh boy, what an interesting journey it's been now, hasn't it? Yes. Just think, 3 years ago, I didn't know any of you. Now I do. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. You know. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, I just had to take some time off for the old for the old mental stuff, and and I've got uh school going on and stuff. So it's like it's been a vacation, for want of a better word, because sometimes this is work. I have fun doing it and everything, but sometimes this is work, and it can get frustrating. Cool. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I've not been to that part of Florida. I was stationed, well, not stationed, but when I was stationed in Mississippi, we'd go to the Pensacola area, the Panhandle there, because there's a naval air station there where we could get stuff. And then I was in Mayport for a little while. That's the Jacksonville area, so that's in the northern part of the state. And of course, visited the Fort Lauderdale areas and all that stuff. But I've never been to the Clearwater area, and I do want to go. I want to go down there to visit, meet people, because there's more than just Aaron there. It's all the other people too. See, there are big fish in small ponds, but there are more small fish than the big fish. Here's for you Aussies. A.B. Banjo Peterson, a Troylet. This is some 60s psychedelic stuff.
Of all the sickly forms of verse, commend me to the triolet. It makes bad writers somewhat worse. Of all the sickly forms of verse that fall beneath the reader's curse, it is the feeblest jingle yet. Of all the sickly forms of verse, commend me to the triolet. Of all the sickly forms of verse, commend me to the triolet. It makes bad writers somewhat worse. Of all the sickly forms of verse that fall beneath the reader's curse, it is the feeblest jingle yet. Of all the sickly forms of verse, commend me to the triolet.
That's cool. Look forward to seeing that. Speaking of poetry, there's some things going on in the poetry front that's developed. There's a bunch going on next month. Next month is National Poetry Month, so there's a few things going on besides classes at UCA. We're doing this thing called Coin Corner, where we do presentations. They let students do presentations to the public. Our workshop class is doing a thing where we talk about basically the different writing and revising, writing and revising, and the different versions of the poems and stuff. So it's a toss up between I'm going to do a presentation on either the Hypnotist or Heartache Dreaming. Maybe Heartache Dreaming. I don't know, because I got like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, something like that. And it's not a controversial subject like politics. So that's coming up there. Also, I'm doing an individual one for this chapbook that I'm putting together. My professor AC Clark, is helping me with that. We're getting that put together, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because we're not going to. He and I are not going to. AC and I are not talking again until after. He'll have some time, busy time coming up about that until after spring break. So yeah, so April will be. I'll start get that put together and stuff and flushed out, and start submitting that to contests. Hopefully. Yeah, this time I'll film the ideal org empty because the daylight in the daylight cool until they shade tech, But yeah, one of the reasons I actually want a slightly different. One of the reasons I actually want to go up to Chicago is because I could go there with Indigo and style to the org. Sometimes it's nice being, it's nice being out in the middle of nowhere and insulated from a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to be on that much longer, anyways. So thanks for coming by. Anywho, back to the poetry thing. Before you leave, Journey, I wanted to I've got an idea. As I this Saturday is the Poets Roundtables chapter meeting. We're doing our workshop, and at that workshop, I am going to propose an exploratory committee to be formed to help develop my land into what I'm calling the Central Arkansas Poets and Writers Retreat. Right. It's a place where I got a place where I can, turn into like 3 nice little rooms for writing and sleeping and stuff for people, for poets to rent. And then a meeting room with the kitchen facilities, just a little thing for small to start out with. And then, of course, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to live too, because, this is my home. But yeah, what I eventually want to do with it is, before I shuck off this mortal coil, have a foundation set up to keep the thing going after I die. And of course, rename it after me. It's going. Things could be better in a lot of ways, but it's going. So yeah, so I'll probably be starting maybe some. I got to figure out how to get the funding. The biggest expense, I've done some initial research and had some business plans generated and all that stuff. The biggest expense is the land. Yeah, already got that. It's I got to find $75,000 to $100,000 probably to start out with. So yes, grant writing. I got to figure out and get help with grant writing and a nonprofit, because I'll probably make it a nonprofit, and stuff. So yeah, the Central Arkansas kind of like a chateau or something like that. Or something. Yeah, it's like I've got a structure that can be easily turned into 3 really nice rooms for writing and for sleep. Yes, my poets retreat. No, it's BYOA. Bring your own alcohol. But yeah, the meeting room will have a kitchen and a full bath for the people that are in the one structure, and then you know I'm planning on having a little, like if we have visiting poets or visiting writers, a place for them with a full facilities, kitchenette, uh, bathroom, nice room for writing, so stuff. Brian's Arkansas retreat, maybe. Uh, and then of course, where am I going to live? Yeah, but I plan on putting, when I get my, I got to get my tiny house first, because the place I'm living at is where the meeting room will probably go. Okie dokie. Chautauqua. Oh yeah, that's okay. Chautauqua. No, not there. So is it like? Oh, okay. Let me browser. That way, I. Chautauqua Music Festival. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in Chautauqua. All right, cool. Chautauqua. So yeah, okay. Where were we? All right, I'm gonna wrap this up because I need to get ready for school. So yeah. Thanks for dropping by and everything. Let me play one more. Yeah, with Razorbacks instead of Bears. We don't get wild pigs around here. Big black cats. People on their trail cams and all that stuff around here have filmed them. Yeah, I've heard them at night. The big black panthers. Yeah, that's what we got around here. But they don't come around civilization that much. Here, I'm going to play this one of my own, A Prayer for a Poem, to because that's all we want. Prayer for a poem. Trying to write one poem a day. One poem a day keeps the blues. And I have no coffee.
I wish I could write a poem today that I could turn in for the assignment. A poem that would be a grade A example of my mere and meager talent. I wish I could write a poem that's good enough that a magazine would print it. A poem that just might possibly could say exactly what I mean when I meant it. I wish I could write a poem, that could change the cold, cruel world. A poem out of which peace would grow, spreading through everyone who heard. I wish I could write a poem, and I perhaps will, and perhaps I will not. A poem that I'll be remembered by, even if the rest of me gets forgot. I wish I could write a poem and
Little uptown funk in the morning. All right. Thanks for dropping by. I'll probably be back Sunday. I don't know. If not, next week. Although I might come on from the road. I don't know. I'm definitely going to take at least the camera and the mic. Not the speaker system. Well, yeah. We'll figure that part out when we get there. But anyways, thanks for dropping by and spending a little time with me. I'll let y'all know how the everything goes. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with myself today. I got a lot of reading I need to start doing and writing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing the next couple days. Lots of reading and writing. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks. Thank you a bunch for thank you. Just thanks. I'm going to shut up now. Bye.